Good afternoon YouTube, and welcome to a walk round of my workshop. This is where I, as an amateur and a hobbyist, do the best I can. So a little walk round today. If you saw the video yesterday, that's a little Canadian Elgin Navy pocket watch that I spent some time repairing. That's on one of the other videos. But this is where I do my thing. So as a hobbyist and a amateur, I'm not really into spending big money. So everything you see here has been done on the cheap, apart from three things. All the rest is done on the cheap. Tools and equipment, mostly second-hand stuff that you can see here. You probably know what they are. This is for truing up balance wheels. These are for getting the roller jewel tables off. Handy little tool for when you're doing balance staff, to measure your balance staff to get the right one. This one's a metric. For some of the older English and Swiss watches, it's in imperial in inches. The glasses, cheap glasses from the pound shops, glue on the loop so that you get your hands free. I can't wear the loop and push it in my eye. It gives me an headache. Pots there for putting your parts in after you've rebuilt. As I say, the Bergeron screwdrivers. I tried with cheap screwdrivers, but found I was doing more damage than I was actually repairing, so I coughed up and bought new. Again, just a tray of, get a bit of light over it, just a tray of general bits and pieces. Good quality tweezers there, some more hand presses, get the hands off, and a case opener. Cheap screwdrivers if you're going to try and butcher something or you need to lever something up. A little Bergeron protector there for doing the underneath the hands, so you can pop the hands off without damaging the dial. So you got, again, just an array of cheap tools. Another case opener, little thing there for put your screwdrivers in so you can run them up and down and sharpen them on a sharpening stone. Some oilers there for doing your oiling. These are actually for holding little pivots and holding little bits and pieces so you can work on them. I like this one. I like that one. That's really old. I don't know where that came from. Probably in a job lot of old bits that I bought. But yeah, a tool that I like to use. A little staking block there, handy. Different sizes in it. So if you've got to push something or pull something, or you need a firm surface, that works for me. Some tools for setting the stems. In the stems there's a sleeve, so you can adjust the sleeves if you've changed it over out of a different watch. General stuff really. Again, Elgin hands mainly. The winders and stems and bows from, again, mainly Elgins. What's in there? Generalised, again, it's not very good, is it? All of these are basic Elgin spare parts from lots of watches that I've stripped or bought. There we got some balance staffs in there, and just the general insides of many pocket watches. The barrels for the winding, your main barrels. Just the general bits and bobs from multiple pocket watches, face screws, bits and pieces like that. couple of watches here, which are quite interesting, these two really, because I don't know how I got them, I don't know where I got them from, but they're both look like military watches to me, and both Elgins, and the serial numbers are quite unique really, and unusual, that they're both 2741 and 2742 serial numbers, the first four, which is kind of remarkable to get two together when you think how old they are, probably 70, 80 years old, and to end up both in the same place. So they're going on the bench next, I think. That looks worse than it is, it's the light shining on it, that one. Yeah, so those are the projects that are coming along next, I think. Okay, so there you go. So oilers, all the oils and different kinds of stuff for greasing and oiling your watches, tins of grease and tins of synthetic lubes. Quite old, but they work, they do the trick. A little oiler there, so you put your various oils in, red oil, red grease, red oil, grease, and a thicker grease or thicker oil. Little cleaning pots, put the parts in these pots and then pop them into your washer. On the subject of washing, I don't use pitted green olives, I use the brake cleaner. Tin of brake cleaner from any sort of car spare shop, some smaller pots along there to wash stuff out in, and that gets them clean and sparkling. Where else we got? Again, just some balance staffs and general bits and pieces of watches, again mainly all Elgins, stuff like that, just Elgins. Again, these can be used for oiling if you want to get into certain places, just a bit of oiling. Pots really good if you're stripping watches and you've got loads and bits and pieces lying around. Pop them in a pot and they don't go flying and end up on the floor. Yeah, it's another Elgin there that needs some attention. A little Seconda, lovely watch, runs really well. Yeah, I like that one. And just some more cases and bits and pieces. Sadly, someone has tried to take that Elgin apart and didn't know that underneath the two damaged areas are little pins that go through to secure them to the watch dial. There and there. So they got that one right. Oh, but they mullered the other two, that one there and that one there. Shame really. And these are just generalised cases and bits and pieces. I think that's it. That's just another drawer of generalised watch pieces, bits and pieces there. That's to get your glass out of your pocket watches or your ordinary wristwatches, and that's to put it back. Case openers. What the? Another sharpener to. I just frightened myself then. Another sharpener for doing your screwdrivers. The work light. It's an old angle poise lamp that I've butchered up. Went to B&Q, got myself a little halogen lamp. Halogen? No. LED lamp, that's it, little LED lamp. I think the whole lot there cost me about 25 quid. So cheap and cheerful light, as you can see it does the job. 15 quid second hand shop for the tripod, and I think the little camera there that's eloquently taped on was about 30 quid, I think 35 quid. Hand press there for pressing your hands back on after you've finished your watch. But the piece that I love the very most, the bit that just went bang by the way, was the lid falling down, is the staking set. Frontier Watch Tool Laboratory. and as you can see, it's in lovely condition. It's been some watchmaker's pride and joy, because the condition of it, you know, it's got to be getting on 100 years old, I would have thought, even if 50 years old. It's been really well looked after. Yeah, lovely thing to use, really lovely. And again, the condition of it, you know, it's just amazing to think how old that is. It's lovely. And nice veneered case. So yeah, that and the Barrajon screwdrivers, they were the most expensive part of my kit. All the rest of it is just absolute cheap and cheerful. The two toolboxes, the big one over here, this one in fact, the small one, was the same size as the big one, but I've cut it down so that I can work on the top of it, and gives me another bit of storage space on the top. I think they were about 120 quid each. Came from Clarks's at Machine Mart. So again, I'd have liked to have got myself a really old vintage one that some watchmakers had for 100 years, but to be fair, they were mostly worn out and the prices were like 200-300 quid, major money. So yeah, not for me. But there you are. So that's where it all happens. So I hope you enjoy this. Please leave a comment if you want to know anything more about any of the tools. Don't forget to subscribe and press the like button. And I'll be back with you very shortly with another video. It'll probably be taking these two Elgins apart, cleaning, oiling, and generally rebuilding them to a working standard with some of the cases I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time.